Hello people, how are we all doing? I hope we are well. I haven't done a live in a while. I've lost my mojo a little bit, to be fair, at the minute. Really lost my mojo for doing lives at the minute, so apologies. That's on me than anything else. I am very dark. Hang on a moment. Just bring that up. There we go. In Adam. Three things in certainty, like that and Jason's rejecting bids are more than good enough. Yeah, but at the same time, we're not allowed to, he got a price and we don't know what it is, and neither do anyone else. Get those lights up yet, just don't know why he doing it. No idea. Would anyone take Danny Rule back in a few years' time under new ownership? Nope, never go back. I have always been never go back kind of thing. Once they've been done, it's done. I think you always have to have that whole thing of never go back once a manager's already been here. I always think it's never a good sign if you keep going to the well. And there's a couple of clubs who managed to do it well, Donny being one of them. They are very good at going back to the well of managers. But I think once you've had them once, I think it's time to move on. That's my personal opinion, by the way. Personally, I think I would, but he has to be professional. Everyone. He had potential, just conducting battle towards the end. What picture? I've not seen anything. What picture we're on about? Oh, the picture of DC. Yeah, the picture of DC that been going around. A picture of him and family. I think not great. If I can find it, I'll put it up. Actually, I might be able to do it this way. Hang on. I don't actually have it on here on the computer. Give me a minute. How are we all doing anyway? Apology for not having, to be honest with you, what time for doing it. There you go. Hang on. Focus. There you go. That is the picture. DC and his family. He's Rangers manager now. I've got to admit, I won't lie. I think him being a Rangers manager, I get it, but it does feel like a stepping stone. Hey, Lydia, how you doing? Hope you're well. Ian and Barry, hope you're good. Had there been a new takeover bid rejected? Apparently there has, yes, but at the end of the day, apparently there have been one rejected, but at the same time, no one's actually really said about it yet. The problem is for me, we need it to be something that goes to the media, sadly, and so far it hasn't. We'll see what happens in the next couple of days. We know from the start that there was a party that was getting involved, ready to do a bid. Everything was going right, and then things changed again, and it got changed last minute. Again, it's another one of those things where things change once again. He's been doing great. He's been doing fantastic work. He's been doing really good with it, and I'm really impressed with how quick he's taken to it. But again, I think we all want to get back to talking about football and not the stuff off the field. But the problem is we have to go about it this way, and it's just sad, really. It really is. Again, I think it's interesting that in the base we're in at the minute, like, we're meant to be sat here talking about the game at the weekend, and the thing is, I've seen this club too many times recently put in a really good performance in a second half and nearly come back and get something, but we don't seem to have that get and go from the start, and I think that's something that we've had for a good number of years now. We've just not been able to be that team that can start games well. Hang on a minute. That's true. Anthony, go away. You're going to be a negative person today. I'm not for it. I get it that you don't like him. You've made it very clear in my comment section that you think Danny's a cunt. You've made it very clear. This is the reason why I haven't done live streams at the minute, because the fan base is just turning into a toxic mess. So I get it. I understand it. I get it. That's your opinion. I think the way it all went down, I think it's one of those things we have to look at it a different way. At the end of the day, did he handle himself badly? Possibly. But the problem is first manager's job. This is what happened with it all. First manager's job, that's what happens. I think you are very green and wet behind the ear when it comes to it. anyone who comes into the Wednesday job and work with DC, you kind of give him a little bit of a path because we gave him his first opportunity. But you have to be careful with how you act to it. I think it's just bad optics, and you look at what happened behind stuff. You have to be careful. Have a look here. He goes into admin, he loses the club for nothing, so he better. He doesn't though, DJ. He doesn't lose the club for nothing. He's the biggest creditor at Sheffield Wednesday Football Club. He's single-handedly the biggest creditor at Wednesday. That's why I don't think he puts it in admin, because he's the one that owed the most money out of the club. That's the bit that I got. Danny, Ian and Jay, hey Harry, how you doing, mate? I hope you're well. I think that's the thing you got to remember. He's owed the most money. And I think that's the thing. I think Roll, you just wish him luck. I generally think we just wish him luck and see what he does and see how he goes. Because at the end of the day, didn't work out. We knew Danny wanted to go to different clubs. He'd gone to a different club. Again, I've said it to someone earlier. I think Rangers' job is always going to be a stepping stone for managers to either get the career back on track or get the career ready to be noticed to go on to something else. And I think it's one of those kind of jobs. I think Celtic is the same. Hey, Bob, how you doing, mate? I think Celtic is the same. It's a stepping stone job. You do well, then you try and get the next job. I think if you look at Wednesday with what's happened, it's happened. I think it's that whole situation. I think you've got to look at it interestingly, but I'll be intrigued to see what Wednesday do with it all. Seeing Danny get loads of shit from Ranger fans, or I feel sorry for him going into toxic plays. Hopefully he does well. I hope he does well. It's good to see that it's back aligned up with Gas. So Gas will have something he knows who to work with. I kind of feel for Danny a little bit. He rejected the first one, then they went back to him. He wasn't their number one choice. He's not been their number one choice throughout the whole thing. They have gone for someone else each time, so it's interesting. So it'll be interesting to see how they do with him. But at the end of the day, good luck to him. It's a little bit like Wednesday, like John just said, the poison chalice at the minute Rangers job. I think their board is having issues. You look at Celtic board, they're having issues with their board as well. I think there's a lot of clubs at the minute going into that kind of situation where they're all at each other's boards and what's ever going. Look at Forest. Forest has sacked arguably one of the best managers I've had in years over a situation with an owner. They bring Ange in, 6 games and he's gone. It's very rarely the right thing. He wasn't Chansiri's number one, no. It was between him and Sitko. Sitko got it. And then, again, Danny, when it came to Sitko sacking, Chansiri then went, you know what, we'll go with Danny. So he wasn't Chansiri's number one, no, but I think it's one of them. Where I think it's a case of he'd been out of football for a good, what was it, 3-4 months? Need to start getting money back in. I think if it is a job for him to try and cement himself back on the football stage, it's a good way to do it. If he can get it right with Rangers, he might get other jobs looking at him. And that's the thing. I think you get Rangers going and you see how they're doing. Look at Gerrard. Gerrard did wonders at Rangers, and then Villa came knocking. Villa came, got him, didn't quite work at Villa. Seeing Ranger fans look at our results from when Danny was here, they aren't looking at what he was dealing with. Danny performed miracle at Wednesday with what he had and what Nuno left him. Yeah, he really did, Peter. How you doing, Peter, by the way? Hope you're well. In the comment section, put in your 1 to 10, please. I much appreciate it. 1 to 10, how are we doing in mental health checking? I'm probably about a 5 or 6 today. Probably about 7, actually, because it's been quite a good day. It's been a chill day. I ain't done much today. I'm just looking around. I've got to try and make a monitor fit in here. And I don't know if it's going to work, so I'm going to have to do some rejigging of stuff, which it's going to be fun. It's always fun when you have to redo things and reset things up. A 5 for Doug. How you doing, Doug? Hope you're well. Also, did everyone see that Royston Drentz is currently in a hospital? So I hope he gets better soon. 7, but 7 bought 6 today. Fair enough. But yeah, I've been having this whole thing where I've been trying to make sure I get in touch with people just to make sure they're okay. Because I know a lot of people are struggling at the minute at this time of year, especially with the clocks starting to go back soon. A lot of people are not going to like it with it going dark at like 3:30, 4 o'clock. It's just going to be horrible. So making sure everyone's okay. But game at weekend, didn't really have a first half, did we? We tried. It wasn't the best. Conceded how we did. I think I'm getting more and more annoyed with even Holvert saves. He just parries everything. I'm from a generation where goalkeepers at goal, we were taught to make a W and catch balls, catch it all, and we just didn't. I am a Liverpool fan. Mental health 5 after yesterday. I won't lie, Peter. I'm wheel falling off a little bit. Dingle, are you just waiting to see what happens because Salah's not hit the ground looking? Hi, Jake. I think got Premier League Park Championship. Many I'll leave one standard. Don't think the bar is too high. Danny results are everything. True. I get that. Completely get that. I understand that. I've said for a while that I think the Scottish Premier like the Championship. I think it's why you get a lot of Scottish Prem players go to the Championship and be able to adapt. Who are we looking at in terms of emergent keeper? We play again Wednesday and we'll have stretch. So emergent keeper, we are allowed to bring one in. It is Joe Lumley at Bristol City, who we are potentially bringing in for the 1 game. Because it's looking like he's only going to have a 1 game ban. So, yeah, I would like to give stretch a go, but I don't understand why we're not doing. Mate of mine was hit by Bannon during the warm-up, but he came over and gave him a train towel. Oh, nice. That's lovely. Lovely here. Madsville, same at Liverpool. He has a parry. Yeah, it done my head in. I don't like this modern day goalkeeping, where modern day goalkeeping is parrying everything or punching it. I get it in terms of trying to get the people moving the ball quicker to get attack going. I hate it. It's like back in the 2000s and 2000 and I say 2008, wingers were wingers. Like wingers were wingers. They would go run past the player, cross a ball into the box, run at a player. Wingers don't do that anymore. Wingers now pass the ball backwards and then pass it again backwards or pass it here. It does me head in. My mental health was a 1 last year, but it's got better over time and it's now going down a little bit. Try and not let the club affect your mental health as much. I know how difficult that is. I get it. I understand it. It hits mine. But try and find other things. Like I'm looking at other things. There's not many monarchies who catch the ball. No, there isn't. Because it's all about getting the ball out quickly. It's all about a quick transition. They're all about having that quick breakaway. And it just done me head. Did anyone else think United first goal shouldn't have been allowed? I think Liverpool goal should have been allowed. The Man United goal should be allowed. It was a head injury, yes. But it wasn't a head injury by the player. It was a player that injured his own player. Kind of thing. I could understand it if it was the other way around, but it was a player, the same team player. I understand it, but you could say the same about what happened with Portsmouth. So when they have kicked the ball out to let the Portsmouth player get treatment, we went and took it. If it for 1 game, I'd rather play stretch. Obviously, will be tough pro debut. Yep. Hey, Jay, mate, how you doing? I'm doing all right. GSWC, how you doing, mate? I hope you're well. There's no accuracy with punching the ball. It either come back. No. Well, there's no accuracy with punching or parrying. Look at the parry he did. If you look at the parry he actually did, it was straight to the same player, and it just dumped me head in. I remember last season watching Beadle in the warm-up punching. I was baffled. Yeah, you are looking much better. I'm feeling better. I got a bit of my mojo back, but I did lose a bit of my mojo for live streaming and just in general. And the thing is, it's just you've got to take everything at a minute with a grain of salt, because as fans, we're doing what we can do with taking money out of the club. I just heard my neighbour go, that means it's bin date shit. So I'm going to have to do that after this. You guys are getting Joe Lumley, that's that. Yeah, Pete, it looked like it could be one game for Joe, and then our other keeper will be back. I'd rather think if we were after Joe Lumley in the summer and we never got him, which is annoying. It was an excellent shot by Sean. It was a good follow-up by Jamal Lowe. Jamal Lowe recently had come into some bit of form, and I think he's looked really good, to be fair. I think Jamal Lowe has looked really good and just got into certain positions which a lot of people haven't seen. Yeah, mate, I can't have more hate and hate more hate than Daython. Pure passion, hate him so much. I get it. I completely get it. Missed it earlier. Yeah, apparently there was a 40 million bid that he turned down recently, so it's another one of those things where it's another bit of money turned down. I generally think he's not turning down the 40 million. He turned it down because it's not a bid on top of a bid. And what I mean is that he's not getting extra money if we go up or something. He wants a deal where he gets money when we go up. Yeah, I'm in the it is what it is mentality. Yeah, I kind of got to that, by the way. It what it is, because there's nothing we can do. That's the problem. Ian and all, how you good? I'm not bad, Brazil B. How are you? By the way, on Wednesday, we will be doing a watch along for Middlesbrough, Wednesday versus Middlesbrough, so join us for that. I think we threw ourselves into the Wednesday map, but we are generally dealing with it better now. I think we all did a little bit. I think you're right there, P. Wednesday. I think we all did do that, but I think we're all dealing with it a little bit better because we're just seeing what clubs have done once they got these owners out and have been able to try and move on. He got, in theory, till the 1st of November to get everything out and himself out before the regulator comes in. Will the regulator do anything? Who knows? We don't know if the regulator will do anything, but they're acting like they want to try and do something. If only we played the whole game like we did in the last 20 minutes, yep. I think he wants it in bulk. No, but it would have been in bulk, Lou. It would have been all in bulk. It would have been all the money up front kind of thing. It would have been 40 million there. It wouldn't be in like installments. It would have been all of it. So I said that DH should have offered 40 million plus 30 million if we get into Prem within 5 years, but the FL are holding it up. The thing is, they are, but you don't know. Why would he reject another offer though? I get what Sai's saying, and I'm not doubting what Sai's saying, by the way. A lot of it is they want a lot of people who want to come in and get the club. They want restrictions taken off. So they want things like the transfer restriction taken off, or they want the point or it's suspended so they can do anything. The problem is whoever comes into the club, they can't do anything. Like generally, they cannot come in and just put their stamp on it because they're going to be stuck with this transfer fee restriction. So you need to have it where it's something where the EFL can go, look, we can let you get this, and this sorted so you can come in and do what you want to do. But then in about a year or two time, you will have this again. Clive Betts seems really confident about the regular. He does. I agree. What is happening with the ground? No idea with the ground at the minute. There was a story from Nico the weekend saying he was going to be a nightmare owner. They still, last I heard of the potential that the New Avenue project people may want to try and put it into admin. But I look like we haven't heard a lot about the ground since he missed it, and I got worried with that because I would have thought we would have heard more about our ground than we what's going on. Like generally, I would have thought we would have heard a lot more about the ground being either it being done in a way where it gets all sorted, or it kind of has it where we would hear that it maybe it's been 7 days. It's been literally 7 days since his grace period gone, basically. Maybe he does want the DE Shaw group and waiting on the FL to sort it, maybe. But only way he can force out is by administration or committing a crime. Yes, at the moment, yes. the last resort via the regulator would be to basically take him to court, take the club off him, then go that way. But you got to remember, if it goes to court, he can then reject it. He can reject what the court said and go, I want to fight it. And then you're stuck in a he said, she said, or not he said, she said, but like, I want this, you want that. You're going to be stuck in a legal battle, which is not what you want to do. Because that could go on for months and months and months and months, even years, before it gets into somewhere where you need it to be. So you are stuck in that situation. Oh, this year has aged everyone by 10 years, if not more. I agree with you, though, Googles. It really has. And apologies if I just said that wrong. I'm shite with names. But the thing is, what you've got to remember with Wednesday a minute is that we can get back into games and we can try and get it all sorted in that sense and try and get back into a game and be able to try and come back into it. It takes a while. Regarding the ground, maybe no news is good news. Maybe it's held up on some takeover. So you reckon the sale is best for him? I've always said a sale is best for him, but admin takes any control away from a sale from him. That's the thing. Admin would bugger him because he will not have any control what happens, and admin would mean a lot of jobs get done. You've got to remember, well, with the stadium, it's not in Sheffield Wednesday's name. It's in Sheffield Limited Free. So it will be Sheffield Limited Free that went into admin, not Wednesday. Sorry to appear stupid, but are the club and the ground being treated as separate items? Yes. They are technically being treated as separate items at the moment because they are both separate companies. So we currently rent the stadium off Sheffield Limited Free, which is owned by Chancery. But they have been taught that if the club went into admin, that the stadium will be potentially bought into it at the same time, because you can't sell the club without a stadium because where they're going to play. It's that kind of thing. You have to be very careful where you go now. If the FL are serious about wanting a competitive Sheffield Wednesday, they should be making things easier for any potential new owner, keep the pressure on DC, but then loses the reign for someone. Yep. Yeah, so Carlos did a U-turn. I had a funny feeling he would do. Hey, Si, how you doing, mate? Prince Hill and Kevin McKay got into court battle and never won it. It got complete control. Exactly. I think it's the thing. You can have it where that happened. Take it to court. DC can't afford the lawyer fees. That I think we've all thought of that. Yeah, Carlson was always going to do a U-turn. I think he read the room and went, yeah, this ain't the best time to come back. And much as I think a lot of people would have liked him to, he's not going to be having many people to say hello to. 52 people watching, 15 likes. Get those likes up, people. I'd much appreciate it if you could. Yeah, I ain't done a live in a while. I've really just kind of lost my mojo for it. I don't what? Who's the guy he trying to get some businessman from Thailand? Yeah, Gulf, something Gulf. I Googled it earlier today. Gulf. Either Gulf. It was something Thai Gulf. I Googled it earlier today. And I Googled a lot today because I've been trying to figure stuff out. Why have I got 3 messages on my phone? I don't know. 3 messages. Oh, bloody hell. See if I can... Oh, God, I Googled a lot of stuff today. Saturn Rabadul. That's him. He is a businessman, engineer, investor, and pop for there. His company, I believe, is gulf.co.thai. It's a sustainability kind of thing. Maybe this Thai guy will keep him involved. Well, that's the thing. That's what people are worried about, is that he does a backhander and like gives him a little bit more. Don't know yet, Rocco. We are still looking like it's gonna get done. Nothing official yet, though. I think we've all had enough of Ty Binderman. Yeah. We don't want DC, mate, at Hill. No, we don't. We don't want DC anywhere near it. DC cannot be allowed to have anything involved at all. It needs to be a completely clean cut break away from the Chansiri family as a whole, and not have any like back doors into it where you can go, hey, here's your money. This is all the money you're getting from us. If there is a bit of a deal where you get a bit, if we get Prem, you might be waiting a while before we get there. You want a deal where DC's no longer in the picture at all. You want it completely gone. Do I see that happening? Potentially. Potentially we all do see that happening, but it's going to be difficult. It's not an easy situation to get, and we want it to be an easy situation. How dare you accuse DC of being a business man? Chansiri is the cancer. Oh, he is. Ideally, you want it that DC get banned from football. But it's, yeah. I don't think the FL will let Chansiri be involved at all. Why wouldn't they? He's not technically broken any laws in terms of criminal, like you said earlier. He's not broken anything. They would like him not to be involved, but they would have to find a reason for him not to be involved. And it's very difficult for that reason to be happen. In order to take over once it happens, as if we all go tie free. Yeah. But yeah, I've got a situation where we are trying to hopefully I'll have some information tomorrow that'll put us in a bit of a better move with it all, because I know he's been very busy trying to chase down leads and what's been going on. Getting cut in the grass, he would probably sell the mowers. I'll go fucking cloth free. Singing, once this happens, I think we'll all be very much like, right, we can finally be got rid of him. And it's just going to be so weird when he's gone, because you'll double take. You won't think it's real, but we have to make sure we get it right. Trying not to break down right side. Yeah. Watching kick off when he's no longer in control of the ground and he'll lose cannon. Thing is, I swear there's reason why he's not been allowed near that family business, and we see it. We see it all the time. But the thing is, we need to make sure he's gone. Maybe a regulator will boot him out. Any side high play, maybe. I'm sure DC have broken employment laws. He probably had broken him. He had broken employment laws. But is that in the EFL's laws? Like, you would have thought not paying people would have been a big, like, no. But apparently you can go around not paying people and still have your club. I wouldn't know what to do when he's gone. I think we'll all be a bit in shock, but I think we want to have it that we are rid of this man and be like, right, we're done. Because people will go and buy merch if the new owner came in tomorrow. Merch would get bought straight away. But the thing is, I think that if you come in, you would have to, as a way of good faith, knock everything down to like 40 quid, 30 quid. Get it all sold out. You make a bit more money there. You make season tickets 200 quid across the board or something to get good feeling, because you're going back down. You're potentially going to have a League One club. Because what's going to happen if he's still here at the end of the season and we've been relegated, and all this season he's been saying, oh, it's this much for a League One club. That gets you a League One club. Someone then puts money for him for a League One club. And he goes, well, that's not enough money now. Wages will not be paid again this month, but we'll have 2 weeks late with solidarity payment 400k. Hit the bank and let the FL get their fingers out the backside. There you go. And I think we all got it that we all kind of know wages won't be paid on time. It's the one thing we do know at the minute. Wages won't be paid on time. Let's be honest. That's the one thing we can honestly say. Honestly, I reckon the pub around Hill will be packed on the first Friday and Saturday after DC gone. Bet the landlord can't wait. Maybe he'll run a tuna top and put that in bankruptcy. As long as DC isn't here next season, as long as Chancery isn't here next season, I will be buying season ticket next season. Not till he's fully out, though. Yep, I see that. I see Dommy's injured too. Do we know if he's fit enough to start Wednesday or... don't know yet. He took a heavy fall in the game, landed on his hip. They're hoping that he's okay, but it's hips and backs. You never know, and we all know what Dom's injury record is like. If we can get Chalobah back, it was you. I remember you saying it last night, and I was just too knackered to go turn the camera and go, oh, I'll just quickly do this. Funny how the next morning Dom Houghton's all over it though, isn't it, Si? But you don't know anything about him. Need some minute for Emery. Yeah, not a bad shout for you. I don't know how to do ticks here. Hang on. I'm going to have to go to my phone and do it. This. By the way, we are closing in on... we're going to try and get to 5,500. There we go. I can do it off my phone, I can't do it off here. Remember the fan recorded Chance? Remember that fan that recorded Chance and he hit him on the head? Yeah. But it is that whole thing where you look at everything at the minute. We're just waiting for that last little bit for it to be done and dusted. And we can all go back to talking about football. Shifton got a knock at the minute, mate. Shifton picked up a knock last week. I don't know how long he's out for, but he did say he had a knock Wednesday. It's interesting, mate. It's very, very interesting how even people close to it now are starting to get annoyed with him, who are there to help him, if that makes sense. Even the people who are trying to help him are now getting to the point of going, you're doing my head in. Granger did well today. He had a good game by the sounds of it. And again, we can't put a contract in front of him. A pro contract. Any news on goalkeeper situation? Joe Lumley from Bristol City is apparently coming in. It pretty much close to being done by the sounds of it. But it will only be for the game versus Bristol City. A lot of people have been like, why do that then? I kind of get it and I kind of don't. I won't lie. I just have a funny feeling it's the case that maybe Stretch isn't ready yet. We can't continue to play free at the back with injuries we have at the back. We can't afford to do anything at the back, mate. Let's be honest. Anytime we try and play out at the back, we're a little bit screwed. We're not even close to being anywhere close to getting it sorted yet. That American keeper you have on loan is rubbish. Send him back. Keep Lumley. I wish we could, mate. I wish we could. But sadly we can't. He is naff. He's crap. We can't get Aussie L to play net big enough yet. The American keeper, I read that. Put Palmer in net. Yep. I'm surprised Palmer didn't get tested. I was shocked by that. 5,000 before Christmas would be amazing. Thank you to all the new subs and welcome to Wednesday Madhouse. Yeah, it would be fantastic if we could do it. Please use the sanity at the front door. DC will steal it while you're busy dressing. Yeah, please make sure you can kind of keep an eye on your sanity. And we try and keep our eye on our sanity here because we like looking after each other. We want to make sure everyone's doing well. Why we do a check-in before a stream just to make everyone doing well and make sure everything's good, because we all want to keep things. I want to cut the money for my health. Are we going to run out of numbers? Can we fulfill? I think we'll still fulfill fixtures. I just think it's going to be difficult. I just hope that if we don't get any point deduction, just hope that if we don't get, can't read. Just hope that if we do get any point deduction, that it will happen this season. We can't afford point deduction in League One. You're right. We have to make sure we get them all this season. And it should, by the letter of the law, all get done this season. By the letter of what the EFL do. You meant to put it on the season it's happened, not season after. Only up, by the way, would need an emergency keeper from me to keep. Why I did that thumbnail and that title earlier about evening workout. How you doing, mate? Oh, well, hope point deduction will be suspended. Yeah, but then we've got to try and get out of it quick. But I get what you're saying. You kind of want to make sure it is. It's the same funky show. Well, night all. Got meeting tomorrow with the EFL again. Keep safe. Later, Jake. Later, chap. Have a good one, sight. Speak to you soon. Have a good one. Give them hell at the EFL. I need to send you the mug that says fuck the EFL, and you can send it. You can drink it while you're at the EFL. That'd be quite funny. Going to be tighter than Chancery purses. Had a big lurg over the weekend, but it seemed to. Oh, you've been licking windows again, Jack. I told you they're not specially fruity windows for you. You can't keep licking them. The more windows you lick, the more ill you're gonna get, mate. I told you it's not what you need to do. You need to stop doing that. Did you go on public transport again? Hey, Danny, mate. How you doing, mate? Gotta start licking windows, mate. Not good for you. They're nice and thingy with the taste of 20-year-old Melbourne. Oh, so you got... Oh, I get it. You got lead poisoning. Oh, wow. Well done. That's impressive. Lick hospital windows. Didn't Southampton get a deduction appeal the season after relegation? Believe so. I also, if I remember correctly, Leicester are due a point deduction, but we haven't had that yet. Stop sharing Werther with the grannies. You're coming here and you're not safe. It's your own fault. But yeah, it's one of those situations where you look at it. I have realised I keep dropping frames now and again. Or my bit rate's not right because I haven't set it on this bloody copy of OBS yet, and I keep forgetting to do it. So that's something I will need to do because I haven't streamed off here in a while. I've been streaming off that for the longest time, which has been fun. Oh, I have a new shirt. Jake had a Chef Wednesday Sabuto set. I have. I do have that Sabuto set. It's in here, as you can tell. But yeah, I got a new shirt today. Now, this is a shirt that I bought a couple of months ago. There is going to be a video on this shirt in the net. What I'm waiting for the next shirt to come, but I might do this before. But that is the latest shirt. Clubbers. Really nice shirt. Really impressed by it. Running out of room though. And there's certain things and if certain things are true, then they likely are. Hindsight. Well, he's gone now, mate. You said hi and he's gone. Well done. Apparently a mate of DC in Thailand is much more worthy buyer than stupid wealthy American for great logic from DC. Yeah, it's not a bad shirt. I've got another one coming, which is a blue, white, and a gold trim. It looks really quality. They just haven't made it yet. I'm waiting for them to make the shirt so I can have it. It was a pre-order. 56 people watching and 22 likes. Get those likes up, people. I was about to say congrats on your special Pillock FC shirt, but then you turned it around and revealed the name. Need a bigger house. Maybe DC will sell his house. Yeah, we only need a bigger house because I've got so many shirts coming at the minute. We're doing the mystery box and now that. But yeah, I have the thing. I okay it. I don't remember you trying to paint Gassama in a range of blue shirt. Maybe give him. It's the worst fact that Gassama in a blue and a Rangers shirt, and it's now Danny at Rangers as well. It's just like, oh, all the things that I don't like. DT House will be claimed by HMRC. Get a Cubbo on the back of his shirt. I would do if it wasn't a bloody expensive. I'd probably get our lad to do, actually. She could actually do Cubbo on the back of shirt. I just would have to find the numbers off eBay. Keep the house, sell Jake. Yeah. The Sheffield Wednesday 2015-26 are little figures with one dodgy keeper. Now you get half now, and you get half later in 2 weeks when you paid the other half. Sal Babbo went there. Well, yeah. So it's already got like a makeshift coaching staff. I don't know if Sal Babbo left with Russell Martin though. I don't know if he went with Martin. He might have stayed. I think it might have been his backroom staff stayed. And Danny kind of thing. I wonder how Danny's going to feel wearing a suit on the sideline. Russell Martin got flagged off to hell for not wearing the proper suit. It was weird watching Martin. Not Martin. It was weird watching Danny do the Ranger thing today in a suit. We haven't seen that. We hadn't really seen Danny Rull in a suit. It was weird to see it. It was odd, very, very odd. And the thing is, he's not manager, he's head coach again. He's the head coach, so he's just in control of doing the coaching stuff. Just hope Danny doesn't want Hendrick as an assistant. Yeah, I can get that, but we'll see. It's just 4 players and a load of babies. Yeah. Nice to know Danny kept Rangers is suit worthy, but only deserved the tracksuit. The insult can't be as bad as when we had a massive zebra post on the front of Hill. But true. I mean, the thing is, I'll say it again. I said it earlier. Danny going to Rangers for me felt like it was. If you look at what he's done, he's going into a situation that he had at Sheffield Wednesday with Rangers, where they've not started well. He needs to bring them back up. He needs to start better and get them going, right? That is what it looks like. The problem I've got is a 2-year contract with Rangers, right? 2 years to get it right as such. But it just feels like a stepping stone again. It feels like a stepping stone again to try and do it. And I think that's the problem. You look at it, it's difficult. It just feels like a stepping stone. And like they got an away game on Thursday night. So it will be interesting to see what happened. But the thing is, with Danny, he's not first choice again. He wasn't first choice. Can't lie, probably isn't. But Carla Cummings, he's not now. Workout, he's not coming now. He's literally done a tweet saying he's not coming now. Hope they get really evening loadout. Easy heck, how you doing? Night all, take care. Have a good one, John. Die Nuco. Worko, you bang on there. Oh no, he's not. He decided not to come now. But it's interesting what they said. All the stuff about Danny with all the it's like we've been through the process to make sure he's the right person to lead forward. Danny clearly. Thing is, if Danny does well at Rangers, the one thing you could see Danny doing is going to Leeds, because they're both owned by the same people. That is something that could genuinely happen. Generally, that could happen. But I'll have a listen to Danny's interview, but it's a very interesting seeing him in a suit. It looked weird. Get a win. We will try our best, but we could get battered, mate. If I was Russell Moore, I wouldn't be upset about being sacked by Rangers. You see, yeah, exactly. Better better my green state than a yellow bellies. Falker to Rangers. Potentially. One day. But it was interesting. Yeah, I found it very interesting knowing that Danny gone there, but I had a funny feeling it will be that kind of job he gets next. Because it's not like everyone's been going for him. Danny's already interviewed with Prem. We can't let Daniel Farker get that. Can't get enough memes of him saying his name. Maybe DC told Carlos not to come as he looked daft as the only kind of Dan. Wonder if Danny had left his family in Germany. Probably has it why it's... Yeah, I think he's done the same. I really hope DC asked Carlos to attend the game as a favour. Then Carlos saw all the tweets and side with the fans. I kind of hope it's that. And I have a funny feeling with how it been U-turned, it feels very much that could be what's happened. He's done a big, big, big U-turn. So yeah. So Farker to Rangers had done for many years. You have actually. Really do hope Carla comes back as a guest after takeover club. Yeah. Well, it's the thing I got when people like turn around and go, like they turn around and go, oh, will you take him back? It's like, I don't like people coming back. I never have done. Never been what it is for me. Didn't think he'd come back to Britain, to be fair. I thought it'd be Germany after this sort of club. True. As a Leeds fan, is shocking tactically. I've seen you, Connor, Joe, Matt, all have the same thing about Farker. It's funny. If why he wants German scene so he's close to family. Yep, it is. But so far he hasn't been able to get. He had all those German clubs looking at him in the summer and then just didn't get it. Still maintain that the only manager I have ever wanted back would be Darren. Yeah, I could probably see that. I'd had Darren more back. It feels like unfinished business with him somehow. But I still don't like it. I still don't like managers coming back. I never have been a fan of it. I've always hated that whole like, oh, coming back to redo it or whatever. He is the one that you could have the exception for. A little bit. Barker managed Gladbach in Germany and was terrible. He was. He had a very bad record there. He had like where Falk had been, he's had a hit and miss as where he'd been good and where he'd been bad and then good again. Like what he did with Norwich is probably what got him the lead job eventually. And I think they are going to be in the position soon where I think Leeds are going to be looking at a new manager at some point. Like generally, I think they are going to be looking at a new manager, and I think it's going to be interesting to see how long they give him. I think if they get that, no, but they got if they bought out, I'm all for it. 5 Bundesliga will start their manager in the next 2 weeks. Now, oh, it's properly nailed on. That can happen. Nice to meet you back. Fark should have been replaced in summer. Then thing is, you look at Rangers, who own Rangers? 49ers. So you kind of hope that doesn't put the kibosh on Danny there. Don't call it back. Have DM though. Yep. Can't be a bad old ham sandwich face. Still want Stuart Gray to be given a chance. True. But Stuart Gray is retired now, I think. Probably retiring soon rather than later. He's getting on. I think he has retired, to be fair. But yeah, it's how you look at it at the minute. Everything's all up and down all over the place. And it's one of those things where I'm very... I don't know. I'm very much at the situation where I want to make sure that everything gets done right for us. But I worry that it was probably going to be waiting on stuff, if that makes sense. Can you still see me? There you go. Pear to Rangers nailed on in it. They got enough keepers. They don't need keepers. I can see it. I understand what you're saying. But I don't see that one happen. I don't think you go and get Charles. Generally, I don't. I generally don't think you go get Charles because he's injured. He's injured at the minute, and there's no sign that he's going to be back before the window. And if there is someone coming in, you're going to have to. If the vice chairman at Rangers and chairman at Leeds, it's a separate person who has shares in Rangers from the 49ers. Fair enough then. Thank you, mate. Yeah, bring back Big Dave. I think he was something he's got massive potential to get up. Big Dave could manage us. If Wenty went into administration, he'll lose everything at the club for nothing, and that would... Gee, were you here at the beginning? Were you here at the beginning of the stream? Because DC is our biggest creditor. DC is our biggest creditor at the club. So if it went into administration, he wouldn't lose everything. Because he's the biggest creditor, he get everything. He literally get his money back because he's the biggest creditor at the club. That's why I don't think he'll go into administration. I did see that. Question, Charles better than Butland? Ooh, I don't know about that one. DC's just horrible. Horrible. He's probably lovely as a man, but as a football chairman, he's horrible. Nah. But yeah, DC is the club's biggest creditor. Because if you look at the thing, I think it's 84 million that we owe DC. You can keep him. I'm fine. You can keep him. I don't need a French flapper. I've got an American flapper already. And he's not even Howard, the American flapper. Creditor or predator. He only had business gifted to invite dad or his brother, and it really shows he's handed the rosters their businesses. Some of them he's invested himself, Jack. Not all of them have been gifted by his dad and his brother. Some of them are ones that he's invested in himself. So, yeah. I hate Warner, the fat old dinosaur. Yeah, I don't think Warner could come back out of retirement. 57 people watching, 28 likes. Get those likes up, people. If you're new here, please subscribe as well. Much appreciated. Rangers might try for Charles. Don't need to undersell Jan. Well, the thing is, anyone will try. If we're in admin, right? Say we are in admin by January. Anybody who's worth any value goes. They all go. So Baz could potentially go. You could have Cads go. You could have Singy go. They would all go. At least two of his businesses he will win on a grand machine. His dad wants him to sell. I don't know why he won't sell. Pride. Pride. All it'll with DC, pride. He doesn't like the fact that he's not being able to say what he wants to say. Tell you what, he lost a lot of weight in those pictures. He looks ill. He looks physically unwell. Like, he looks like there's actually something wrong with him. And you got to remember, Tector did turn around and say there's reasons why things have changed with everything that's going on. And it's not come out about it. His toy, how dare anyone try and tell him what he should do with it? Details only lost weight because he banned from Sheffield in the cafeteria. Bamford is looking for a club. My bad, Jack. It isn't his football club about him, would it? The thing is, Tector wasn't involved in Leon. Tector wasn't he? Yeah, he just lost a lawsuit with Icon bought for 93 or 96 million. The investor wanted the money back. He just lost that. So I don't think it'll be Tector anytime soon. Yeah, Lou, I didn't know if we didn't hit the 100 before it came along. The interesting thing will be is January. Look at every January. He tries to do a fan forum kind of thing. I've kind of said that about Tector myself. I've kind of said in the past Tector wouldn't be my person who would go for it personally if it were me. I think he's going to try and get into bed more with Forest in that sense. So yeah, it's one of them. I think he'd try and get more into bed with that, or try and find someone else to buy than Wednesday. He probably got. I class Tex as somebody probably asset rich, cash poor, but I don't know. Generally, I don't know. He probably had got the money for us, but it's how easy it is to do a deal where you can get it done. Without Chairman Jack, we will be in the Sunday League, apparently. Without the chairman, we were struggling. Can we have an emergency loan? We can. We can already have an emergency loan for an emergency loan. Yeah, we can. Because we've already got the green light from the EFL to do it. I can see DC trying to get that friend to buy the club, so he still has a massive say in it. Without Sheffield Wednesday, he had to go back to eating humble pie with family, and he can't stand that though. I think a lot of people have thought that, Jack. A lot of people thought that's what he might do. Generally, potentially that is something I've had on my mind that could happen. Can we have both keepers in net for Wednesday? No, one's bloody injured. One's in the under-21s and one's got a red. So no. Sorry, don't continue. The worry thing is that Middlesbrough, who are playing really good football. I'm doing a preview tomorrow because obviously we are playing on Wednesday night. We're doing a watch along on Wednesday night. Might have a debrief Thursday, or might roll it into a roundup on Friday, and then we go into it again. That's not a bad shout. Get Mark Crossley back, good last minute winner again. Yeah. There's some really good free agents out there. You look. It's just making sure you can get them at the right thing, but we can't get free agents in. We're not allowed. There's the problem. We are not allowed to sign free agents. We're not allowed to sign free agents. We're not allowed to sign. There's the whole situation with the EFL. We are not allowed to get anyone in unless they agree to it. And it's if they agree to it. Because you got to remember, come January, Hulbert goes anyway. Because it's a 5-month deal. So does Harry Amath, by the way. Harry Amath will go again back to Man United unless we can get another deal sorted for him. And potentially Charles come back if he's ready. It's obviously has his hand in the other tie bloke. Disgustingly blatant of him. The arrogance, the prick. Oh yeah, it's very, very clear that he got his hand there. If DC ain't well, it makes him paying silly chuffers even more confusing. It all depends on how much debt he's in, how much he owes to people. If he owes a lot of money to people, you need to get enough money to do it because you ain't got it. Can we borrow it? Yeah. Anyway, guys, I am going to go. I'm going to call that a night because I'm knackered. I've been really, really, really badly yawning the last while. I can see DC going to sit because and he'll rake it into fair. Obviously, you want to sell more, but you want more than it's worth. I agree, Chris. I agree with that, Chris. And I hope you're well, Chris. But yeah, guys, I've been going for an hour, so I'll speak to you in the next one. But 344 views as a whole, fantastic. 59 concurrent viewers, which is even better. 29 likes as well, which is great. So we will do a watch along on Wednesday night. There'll be a preview tomorrow, and then if anything, break tomorrow, and we'll have it up. So I'll speak to you guys soon. Bye.